3 days ago, has been with Adelaide United in the past, is on the bench this afternoon alongside forward Alana Janchevski. And there is Adriana Taranto just fixing up her socks, where is important in a football game. But Adriana Taranto has had a stellar season so far, 4 goals to her name. And it all started last time they played against Adelaide, scored 2 in that game. She'll be hoping to get back on the score sheet against this side. And she has been one of the key new changes really for Western United. Been in the midfield a lot last year, playing a little higher up forward under Kat Smith, and it's serving her side well as an attacking option. And there is Chelsea Dorber, returning from a glute injury, missed 2 games and is back in the 11. Really crucial player for Adelaide United. One of their best and shining spots. When she is at their best, Adelaide play a lot better, and they are a much more competitive side, especially in the midfield. She creates a lot of chances. She'd love to get back to that form that saw her score 10 goals 2 seasons ago, but just 1 goal this afternoon could prove crucial for this Adelaide United side. See these sides just getting ready. Kat Smith, the head coach of Western United. The first game she coached this side was in that fixture against Adelaide, so another milestone there for Kat Smith. She'll be looking to repeat that, get another win. I'm sure that 3-1 scoreline, she'd like a repeat of that also. But it's been a good run for Kat Smith as a head coach of Western United. Tough loss last week against Sydney FC. Fell 1-0 down, but they were really competitive in the first half. Had they put their chances away, it may have been a different result in the end. And referee for this afternoon's fixture is Beck Mackey. And Beck Mackey has done a bit of a switch with her 4th official, Isabella Libri. They were doing the opposite roles yesterday in that Melbourne City and Wellington Phoenix fixture. And there is Adrian Stenter, head coach of Adelaide United. First full-time coach of a women's side in this competition. But it's been a struggle this season for his side. The wins have been hard to come by, as is the goals. And they're just in a battle, really, with Canberra United at the moment to get off the bottom of the table. And a win this afternoon would see them get to second last. And we are underway at City Vista as Alana Cern sends it forward. And it will go out of play. Vlanic wants to play quickly, sends it down the line, but headed out of play by Adelaide. There is Kiwa Hieda, scholarship player for Western United, but has been had a major impact on this side, getting regular starts and regular minutes in this team, but really creative and pressing forward. Finds herself in just the right place at the right time, it seems. Adelaide need to be patient in this fixture. Just like to keep the momentum. Control the way this game is played. Don't allow Western United to push them around, but Western United in possession. Grace Maher. See Vlanic. Down the line to Hieda. Immediately pressed by Tonkin. Tonkin does win that battle. Toland. And it will be a throw-in. Quickly once again from Western. Robers. Finds Vlanic. Doesn't have much space to work with, and it comes away for Adelaide, but given straight back. Lagazzo tried to feed it through to Savitsky, couldn't get it done. They win the ball back immediately. Western sends the ball in, needs to be cleared away. Tonkin does get a boot to it. Can hear the call for a long throw. Does get into the box to Lagazzo. Taranto. Now Hieda plays it quickly back to Vlanic, but she'd gone a little bit early. We can see this combination plays they want to have. Western United on the wing, get the ball in the box. And it is Hannah Keane on the bench. Was so prolific last year, Golden Boot winner. But Western United have changed it up. Chloe Lagazzo is playing as the 9, or of a false 9 at times. And getting to Rome, and it's proving to be a good decision so far for Kat Smith to continue with Lagazzo up front. Grove. Just struggling to find their way through here, Adelaide. Tonkin. Maybe out here, Adelaide, if they can just find somebody and move Western United off this shape. Tonkin. Just got in the way of each other there, Mariah Lee and Zoe Toland. But they do win a throw-in. They may be out here, but that ball's played into the advantage of Alana Cernan. She's able to send it to Papadopoulos. Still going, Papadopoulos. A space out wide and does find Adriana Taranto. And now she's charging forward. Got Lagazzo in the middle as well as Hieda. That ball's too quick. May find Hieda on the far post, but it's cleared out of play. There was Adriana Taranto. Toland stuck in that corner. Needs an option. Hieda does win it back and wins a throw in as well. Long throw into the box. Tonkin able to read it. But that header is straight into the path of Chloe Lagazzo. Rovers. Cern forced a little bit further back than she would like. Papadopoulos now. They've just worked themselves in a little bit of trouble and given away to Adelaide. Cern. Savitsky. Tried to slip it through for Lagazzo, but intercepted easily. And now it looks like Chelsea Dorber just not able to keep it in. Almost out there, Adelaide. Blake. Now try to feed it through to Dorber once again, but those passes just haven't been weighted correctly so far in the game. Papadopoulos. And that trip forward didn't last very long, so once again, this game's very back and forth in the early part of the game. Neither side have really got any control. To Dorber once again. See how much that inclusion has impacted the way they want to play. Want to feed the ball through to Chelsea Dorber. Still, they go forward, Adelaide, and that pass out wide to Mariah Lee was in between a shot and a cross. Sasaki. Holmes. Lee, straight into the box, but that cross lacked conviction. And Western have won a free kick in the penalty box, but they want to use the width, Adelaide, Just those final passes haven't been there so far in this contest. Ma. Robers, got space in the middle. Switches it out to Papadopoulos. Now they can break forward. Western United. Taranto back to Papadopoulos. Still Papadopoulos going. And that pass back to Savitsky. Just needed a little bit more on it. But it works its way to the outside. And there is Adriana Taranto. Into the box. There is Hieda. Needs to chase it down before Lee can get there. Manages to do so. Vlanic imps it across her body, and there was really no one there, but Adelaide have made a mess of it and then cleaned it up really quickly. And an untimely slip for the Reds. So, comes back the other way. Very back and forth this game. Both sides struggling just to have good spells of possession. Sasaki. Toland. Back to Tonkin. Waldus. Back to Tonkin. A lot of passes between those two and given away. And immediately back. Mariah Lee now. Sasaki. High looping ball forward for the run of Dylan Holmes, but that was always going to ask a little bit too much of her. Dylan Holmes returning from a concussion. Back into the matchday squad. Does have a Matilda's cap to her name. You see there the possession. West United a little bit more at the moment, but in those key areas, the ball's been given away cheaply by both sides. Ma. Now finds Vlanic. Works her way back inside. Forced backwards to Grace Ma. That's Canberra United in the off-season, and that ball nicely played forward for Hieda. Should keep her feet. It's good defensive work there by Zoe Toland, so it will be a corner for Western United, first of the game. But nice ball forward there from Grace Ma. Saw the run of Hieda, but Toland had the right line to block out Hieda. And it will be Chloe Lagazzo to take. Adelaide have been good at defending set pieces this season. Can they stand strong here as Lagazzo sends it deep? And they do manage a head to it, but cleared off. It's forced all the way back to Papadopoulos. Finds the feet of Cern, and now Adelaide may be able to break here if they can get moving quickly. And that pass to Mariah Lee was not what it needed. It was way too close to Grace Ma, and she always had the advantage there. So, in there for Western United. Needed to be better executed, Adelaide, and some Mariah Lee came charging in there and just took Ma out. Final stages. Lagazzo to Robers. Forward now for Hieda, but shoved off the ball. Sasaki forced back to goalkeeper Annalie Grove, who has to just clear it away as quick as possible. Nice pass out to Mariah Lee. Now down the line for Hannah Blake, but Grace Ma once again there to meet Rovers. Vlanic. Still Vlanic, and just caught Lee in 2 minds and forced her down. Take a look at that. Nice cut back inside, and Lee just got caught. Just trying to hug her. Holmes finds Lee, forced to go back. Passing accuracy quite high for both teams. Just those final entry passes into the box has not been there so far, and needing to be a little bit more crisp. Toland. Lee wins it back. Sasaki playing it forward, but blocked away. Back to Lee. Not getting much forward progress. Adelaide enforced back a lot of passes between Waldus and Tonkin. Sasaki. And intercepted once again. So now a chance for Western United, but they give it straight back to Adelaide. Tonkin. Blake, heavy touch. And now Lagazzo. Got Savitsky in support, still Lagazzo. Rovers making their way forward, and Lagazzo just took too long, and then the pass wasn't what it needed to be. So now Adelaide can go the other way. And that pass from Hodgson. And there is that final third. Passing accuracy, and as expected, Adelaide only sitting at 25%. Western United 56%, but you need that to be a lot higher. And a little bit more efficient in their chances going forward. If this game is going to be back and forth, you need to take your chances when they arise. And a heavy challenge, but easy free kick decision. Cern to send it in. High ball, and not able to find a clear head, so have to reset here, Western United. So back again and headed away. Not able to turn and go for Adelaide, and just getting stopped short. Not getting any momentum forward at times. Vlanic not on the same page as Hieda, so intercepted. Given away once again. Lagazzo got options on the outside, and that pass couldn't beat the defence. Holmes. Advantage given. Papadopoulos under pressure, forced to go back to a keeper in Beale, who just sends it long and far and ends up on the roof of George Cross. So see if somebody's sent to climb and get that, or some NPL fan is going to be lucky enough to get that sometime in the season. Tonkin. Grove. Waldus sends it down, but Straight to Papadopoulos, seeing a lot of that so far this afternoon. Robers. Papadopoulos again. Back to Beale. Need to work their way out of this little tricky spot here, Western United. Need to be careful. Tried to flick it forward. Savitsky just didn't have the accuracy. A lot of pointing happening at the moment with these Adelaide players. Just not working so far. Ma. Vlanic. Now Robers. Hieda. Back to Vlanic. And blocked by Toland, so it will be a throw-in. Lagazzo have to give it to Vlanic. Savitsky. Heavy touch forced her a little bit further back than she would have liked. Cern almost worked her way into trouble, but has done well to evade it. Papadopoulos got Robers up ahead if she wants to use it, and goes further around to Taranto instead, and it will be a throw-in. Waldes. To Sasaki. Cut out. Given straight back. So Chelsea Dorber now for Mariah Lee. She can get it. Keep it in play. Needs to work her way inside. 1-on-1 against Vlanic. Crosses it in early and not able to make contact there was Chelsea Dorber. So easy collect for Hilary Beale. So take a look at that build-up once again. Dorber. That ball maybe sent Lee a little bit too far wide for her to be effective. And then that cross in needed a little bit more on it for Isabel Hodgson. Ma sending it forward for Vlanic. Knocked out of play by Toland. Lee. Tonkin. Back to Grove. And that pass from Grove couldn't find a white shirt, so Stacey Papadopoulos is able to send it back the other way. An untimely slip once again, and that ball's played forward for Isabel Hodgson, and Hilary Beale able to get there first. Taranto up against Emily Hodgson. And a Blake now. Cern. Hodgson able to intercept. Everybody just not on the same page at the moment in this game. Either side really looking like they've got it all sorted out so far in this contest. Tonkin now to Waldes. Hodgson. Hounded by Taranto. Sasaki now. Finds the run of Dylan Holmes. Tried to slip it through for Isabel Hodgson and cleared away by Vlanic. Marco Sasaki fading it through to Holmes. Down to Hodgson. Just that final pass once again. Hodgson sends it in. Cleared away by Cern, but straight to the feet of Lee. Slips to the back. And an effort here from Hodgson. Lagazzo able to come back the other way. Savitsky had to stop and backtrack and allowed Dylan Holmes to get the ball back. Thought she was fouled in the process. Sasaki. Toland. Tonkin. Back to Walters. Now an opportunity for Adelaide. Dorba. That ball ran a little bit too far forward. So Taranto. Now Papadopoulos. Finds Melissa Taranto now. And Western United just leading in the final third entries at the moment, but neither side have really lacked any conviction in the box and in the final third so far this afternoon. Really need to step that up if they're wanting to take the 3 points. Toland. Dorba thought she was fouled, but referee Beck Mackey disagrees. Sasaki. Lagazzo tried to feed it through and no foul call, but play continues for Western. Taranto, now Hieda. Hieda with a little bit of space in front of her. Hieda tried to slip it past Grove, did so, but off the post and now out of play. But Kiwa Hieda just the width of the post away from giving Western United the lead in this game. Looked to be a little bit chaotic, but Kiwa Hieda did really well, got in a tight space, fed the ball through, but just too wide in the end. But a good bit of play from Kiwa Hieda and Jacqueline Savitsky. Lagazzo to send it in. Played short for Ma. And now sends it in, but that ball was way too shallow. So Adelaide able to break out here through Dorba. Got Lee much further ahead, but have to retreat once again. Back to Dorba. Blake. Sasaki got too far underneath the ball and he just spun in the air. So it will be a throw in for Western United. Holmes back to Sasaki. Blake. Lee. Back to Blake. Has to backtrack to get the ball. Toland. There aren't many white shirts further ahead. Hodgson. Back to Toland. Sasaki to Lee, who's able to turn and go. Mariah Lee. She can find an option in the middle. Not cleared just yet from Western. They finally do. I wonder, should Mariah Lee maybe just shot herself? There was no one making the run. It was quite strange in the end. Take a look as Sasaki found Lee. And maybe that little slip just before the ball reached her just meant she couldn't reach it before the angle was cut off. Papadopoulos. Lagazzo. Sasaki intercepts. Sent long. So what can Adelaide create here? And Blake is in support and just a little bit of indecision really from Isabel Hodgson, but she does win her side. A corner, sorry. First corner of the game for Adelaide. Can they create a real threat? Holmes to take. Sends it across. Dylan Holmes! And what an excellent goal! Makes it 1-0, but it's been disallowed. That goal's been disallowed. Not sure why, but it's spectacular strike of the ball from Dylan Holmes, but and wondering why that's disallowed. Maybe there was some holding, not quite sure. And there's someone on the Adelaide benches, Adrian Stenter. It is got a yellow card. He must have been protesting why that goal was disallowed. Sent it in. I have no idea. He ate up. You can hear Adrian Stenter is not particularly pleased with the decision. Try and find out why that goal was disallowed. Adrian Stenter in the book, but now Western United, Rovers. Sasaki clears it away. Tonkin. Blake. Tolan. Riley back to Tolan. And this game is just sitting in a strange spot at the moment. But now Adelaide have got a real opportunity to put the ball into the back of the net if they can find an option in the middle. And that just really sums up Adelaide's season. Got themselves there and then they just didn't know what to do. Didn't even get a shot away. Very disappointing. So now for Adelaide, have to regroup and just figure out their way through this game. Notion of thinking that you're up 1-0 in a fixture that many people would have wrote you off, and now it's still 0-0. And that ball forward from Mariah Lee just couldn't turn her body to allow the ball just past her. Sasaki. Waldus. Hodgson. Back to Waldus. Needs to find an option forward, but is forced to go sideways to Tonkin. And that ball's now finds Mariah Lee. She'll want to cross it in early, but she might just need to wait for some options in the middle. Still Lee. Cuts to the line. Still Lee. And that ball will go out for a corner. And so it looks like the goal was disallowed for holding of the keeper and interrupting Beale's run, but I don't know if that feels awfully unlucky for Adelaide. I don't know if there was a lot of holding going on, but the ball's sent in. Beale does get a hand to it. Cleared away by Papadopoulos, but only high, not far. Sent straight back into the box. Finds Holmes, sends it back across. Ma needs to clear it away. She does. And seeing that replay can maybe understand why Adrian Stenter was frustrated and ended up getting a yellow card for that decision. Play continues. Lee, Tolan, Tonkin, Waldes sends it long, and it is Adelaide who are just in the ascendancy at the moment. Getting further forward, being a little bit more threatening. They've certainly grown in this game. Taranto immediately put under pressure by Dorba, and they do win the ball back. Holmes not able to control the ball, so Western United come out the other side. Vlanic tried to feed it through to Hieda, but Tolan had the right line and was able to block the run. Ma forced to go back to Beale, who just clears it as far as she can, and Vlanic, now Robers. And it is Savitsky on the ball. And well done to the young Alatonkin. You can see Adelaide have switched that possession stat around, dominating a little bit more. Papadopoulos sends it across, and that ball never made its way back into play, so goal kick. That possession stat is very indicative of the way the game is feeling at the moment. Western United just losing a little bit of control. Adelaide have just picked up intensity, dictating play a little bit more, and they have looked a little bit more threatening going forward in the past 5 minutes. Tonkin sends it long. And it's quite strange. Looks like Jacqueline Savitsky, who usually is the 6 for Western United, just playing a little bit further forward. Almost actually swapped with Chloe Lagazzo. Got Emma Robers and Taranto in the midfield, as Lagazzo seems to have joined them now as well. Emily Hodgson finds Waldes. Tonkin and Matilda. Ella Tonkin hoping to go to the upcoming Under-20 World Cup. Tonkin. Waldes out to Hodgson. Got Blake up ahead, does use her. Now has Isabel Hodgson. And that one couldn't find Emily Hodgson, actually, so Papadopoulos. Ball taken off her. Sasaki. Waldes feeding it forward for Emily Hodgson, who's just shoved off the ball by Cern, and it will be a goal kick. Cern. Lagazzo tried to feed it through for Adriana Taranto, and that pass could have caused them a little bit of trouble, but they've worked their way out of it. Adelaide. Sasaki. Still Sasaki. Holmes. Out wide now for Lee. Still Lee. One-on-one with Vlanic. Cuts to the line. Still Lee goes. And straight to the feet of Grace Ma. Calm in the box. Not feeling any pressure. And Tolan just nudges ball away from Pieta. But Western United keep possession, so it will be a throw-in. See that from Mariah Lee. Wins the battle, but just need a little bit more conviction with that ball. Needed to be more direct, so straight at the feet of Grace Ma. Sasaki. Interesting player. Marco Sasaki moved to Australia. Football wasn't the top priority. And did so well in the NPL in Adelaide that Adelaide had to offer her a contract, and it's worked out for her. But a great player for Adelaide to have. Cern. And once again, another throw-in. Here is Nanako Sasaki. Moves to Australia. The ambition of becoming an air hostess, and she's just started playing football again in Australia, and it worked out in the end. Blake. Holmes. Sasaki. Back to Waldus. Tonkin. Back to Sasaki. Seen a lot of the ball in this game, but just lost concentration momentarily. Allowed Western United to win it back. Taranto. Robers. Quick movement here from Western United. Lagazzo. Got Papadopoulos out wide. Elects to use her. Sent that ball straight in, and Adriana Taranto just couldn't get a toe to it. So Adelaide, can they get a goal? Can they get the ball in the back of the net and make it count this time? Papadopoulos, that ball through, and just that outstretched leg of Adriana Taranto just wasn't enough. Saviski. Taranto. Now Papadopoulos. Knocked away by Dorba, but Papadopoulos still retains possession, and Dorba wins it straight back. Hodgson. Down the line for another Hodgson. And there she is. There she is, Isabel Hodgson, but only Grace Ma ahead of her. Takes the strike, and an excellent save from Hilary Beale. Maybe she could have gone a little bit further forward, as that ball was played nicely for her, and Grace Ma just maybe made her hesitate, make her take that strike a little bit earlier. She had a little bit more time. I think when she looks at that replay, might be a little bit disappointed. Played short here, Adelaide. Back to Holmes, sends it into the box. Sasaki, now Lagazzo. Feeds it to Papadopoulos. And maybe a little bit unlucky there, Western United. Whatever's gone on the field has certainly slowed the ball down and just gave Adelaide enough time. So with 3 minutes of normal time left in this first half, be interesting to see which of the two coaches would be happier. If you, Adrian Stency, you'd feel positive that your side has got into this game a little bit more, having more control, and has had some better chances, but would certainly be feeling hard done by with that disallowed goal and having to regroup. And if you're Kat Smith, you need your side just to be a little bit sharper, just lacking a little bit of dynamic movement going forward. Walters. Dorber played it through, but that was cleared away by Cern. Blake. Taranto. Ma. Hieda had to come back a long way to collect that ball. Lagazzo. Vlanic. Robers. Back to Lagazzo. Done well here, Western United. And that pass needed to be a lot better from Emma Robers to Jacqueline Savitsky. Tonkin. Toland. Walters. Out wide now, and poor touch from Adelaide, but one back. So Holmes to Hodgson. Still Hodgson here, got Holmes in support. Does try to find her, but read well by Grace Marr, it looks like. But they've just taken a knock on the way through. Need to get it into the box, they do, but straight to the hands of Hilary Beale. Ma. Vlanic. Nicely read by young Zoe Toland. She's done well in this game, and it will be 1 minute of additional time in this game. Pagazzo got ahead to it, but one back by Adelaide. Vlanic. Need to move quickly if they want to go before half-time. Western United finds Hieda, but once again, Ella Tonkin at it again, just shielding the ball out of play. Such a good young player. Kiba Hieda is also pretty great as well. Grove happy to take more time off the clock. Sends it long. Shouldn't be too much left. And that is all for the first half here at City Vista between Western United and Adelaide. Interesting first half. A disallowed goal for Adelaide, which they're feeling pretty hard done by. Adrian Stenser got his name in the book for that. And for Western United, just need to pick up the tempo. Just waned a little bit in the end of the first half, but at half-time it is Western United 0, Adelaide United 0. Take a look at some of the first half chances, and Kiwa Hieda, she was clean through, hit the post, and that was the best chance for Western United in the first half, and she did really well in a tight spot. And then this is the disallowed goal. It was not allowed because of some holding on Hilary Beale, and you take a look at that replay, you're not quite sure where the holding exactly was, but that goal wasn't allowed, and it was 0-0 in the end. And this was the final chance really for Adelaide, and Isabel Hodgson maybe could have just let herself get a little bit closer, take that strike, and maybe could have stayed on the ground, but A fantastic save from Hilary Beale in the end. And keeps it 0-0 at half-time between these two sides. As we take a look at the first half stats, and we've got Adelaide United leading the possession, and the total shots a little bit higher, but the shots on target is Adelaide United, who would be feeling like they should be up in this game, but there is more action in the second half. We'll see if either side can break the deadlock. We'll be back after the half-time break. And we're back for the second half between Western United and Adelaide United. Still 0-0 at the break. But it'd be Adelaide United who are probably feeling hard done by. We'll take a look at the corner. If you look at the right of your screen, there's Hilary Beale. And that challenge in the box. Referee Beck Mackey said she was being held. But when you take a look at it, and there is really, after the goal, the ball goes in the back of the net, you don't really see any protests from the Western United players at all. You can see how Dylan Holmes obviously felt about that decision, but if you are Adelaide United, you're feeling certainly very hard done by that decision. It looked, on the replay, it looked quite clean, and it really looked like Hilary Beale was the one who was doing most of the pushing, but play continues. It is 0-0, and the 3 points are certainly still up for grabs for both teams. Western United wanting to get out to a good start. The second phase, they came very close themselves to scoring through Kiwa Hieda, just hitting the post after beating Tolan and slipping it past Annalee Grove, but still 0-0, as I've mentioned. So all to play for in this fixture. For Adelaide United, they're certainly playing for something a little bit different, trying to get themselves off the bottom of the table, climb up the table and compose themselves in their season. And for Western United, they're trying to get back into the top 6 today, and a win this afternoon would be very, very important, trying to get back, and aren't going to have the exact replica of their first season, which was fantastic, and one of those star players in the first season was Hannah Keane. There she is, getting ready to come on, so we'll see who comes off for her. But a big addition, Hannah Keane, and so does Natasha Dakic. So take a look. And it was Stacey Papadopoulos that's gone off for Natasha Dakic. That's a defensive change. And it looks like, see if where Dakic goes. She is typically a centre back. Or she might be playing out wide. Sasaki getting us underway here at Adelaide in the second half. Blake out wide to Lee. Back to Blake. Got Holmes through the middle. Does find her. Dylan Holmes out to Dorba, but straight to the feet of Keane. It was actually Isabel Hodgson, not Chelsea Dorba. Can't be in two places at once. Keane, first touch of the ball in this half. Hieda. That pass to Savitsky wasn't what it needed to be. Dorba. Hodgson tried to play it to the feet of Blake, and it didn't work out. So Joanna Taranto making her way through, but it's gone back to Hodgson. Needed to be quicker in that movement, just a little bit too slow and a little bit too relaxed. That we see his first chance here in the half for Adelaide, and Hodgson was just slipping as she went for that strike. Cern not able to get control of the ball. Hodgson comes away with it. Still Hodgson. Sends it forward, but took a deflection on its way through. And it was Emma Robers who's being replaced by Hannah Keane. So it's a attacking change for Kat Smith. And it maybe would mean Chloe Lagazzo might go back a little bit into the midfield, but she's quite high at the moment. Cern out wide to the feet of Keane, forced out wide, sends it back. There's Lagazzo, able to turn and spin. And a good save from Annalee Grove, but there's the skill and quality of Chloe Lagazzo. Able to turn and just shoot on a dime, but just couldn't find that top corner. And Annalee Grove was alert to that move. Got a lot of spin on that ball. Just from a simple turn. And Chloe Lagazzo lacked the power. Lagazo to send this delivery in. High ball. Falls for Melissa Taranto and calmly taken by Adelaide Grove, who just doesn't send that ball far but just sends it high, so now cause a little bit of trouble for her defence. Vlanic. Still Vlanic, and throws it in very quickly. Seen that a lot from her this afternoon. Lagazo. Still Lagazo here, going through Chloe Lagazo. And a good save from Adelaide Grove. Hodgson now coming the other way for Adelaide. Cern. Back to Alana Cern. So here's Natasha Dakic in the middle. So it's forced Grace Ma to the left-hand side. You take a look at that effort from Chloe Lagazo. She's been very lively in this second half, but a really good save once again from Adelaide Grove. Grove, that poor distribution once again, almost giving it away to Western United, and they do eventually take it away. And that effort was certainly ambitious, to say the least. And the 3 points today are very important for Western United, for them to get that, because Newcastle are playing against Sydney FC, and if they get the 3 points there, they will leapfrog Western United. And the shots at the moment for both sides even. Some really good strikes at goal, but no one's been able to get into the back of the net just yet and make it count, at least. Lagazo, Savitsky. Still Savitsky with the long-range effort, but an easy grab in the end for Grove. Seen a lot more of Adelaide Grove in this second half. Didn't have too much to do in the first. Dorba. American to Hodgson. Keane able to take it away. Taranto. Sasaki. Looked like it did take it off her hand, but it's been called back for a free anyway. To take a look at that strike from Jacqueline Savitsky. Was hit well, but just directly to Adelaide Grove. Didn't even have to move off her spot. Cern sent it into the path of her teammates, who couldn't direct it on goal. TJ Vlanic was in a perfect spot. It was Keane, Vlanic, and they just couldn't direct it past Grove and into the back of the net. So Adelaide come back the other way, but given away immediately to Western United. A really great ball from Alana Cern. It fell nicely for Vlanic, just couldn't get the contact to redirect it back onto goal. Good crowd at City Vista. Lagazo. Savitsky. Hieda. Hieda's done really well, Kiwa Hieda. A fantastic finish from the Japanese national. What a goal. Really good bit of footwork. And Western United make that attacking change at half-time. And it's paid off, as now they are 1-0 up against Adelaide United. You take a look, Savitsky did well. Hieda took the ball away from Hodgson, and a calm finish. Saw her do a lot of that in the NPL in Victoria for Calder. And she's been doing it for Western United this season in the A-League Women's. But take a look at that finish. Just so smart to just take the ball the opposite direction to the way Hodgson was coming. And Western United 1-0 ahead early in this second half. There is Sasaki. And a foul call there, and Dorba wins a free kick for her side. So now, Adelaide United, what can they do to come back in this game as Dorba just bowls Kieda off the ball, but a very strange passage of play there from Adelaide. Had the free kick and then they really didn't do anything with it. Just ran straight into traffic. Kieda, straight to Sasaki. Holmes to Blake. Lee, under pressure, needs to find an outlet. Slips it through for Dorba, who sends it across. And there is a back heel, but straight into the hands of Hilary Beale. And not enough movement off the ball for Beale. Wanted to release the ball quickly, and Isabel Hodgson has had a couple of chances in this game to put her side up. We'll just get a score sheet. That's obviously a very difficult chance, and it's great that she got any contact on it in the first place, but she has had some strikes saved by Beale. Wondering if those chances will be missed at the end of the game. And with Western United up, just think about that disallowed goal in the first half, and it's changed the complexion of this contest. And now Adelaide United chasing. Walters just clears it away before Keane can really do anything. Ma to Dakic. Taranto turns away from trouble. Keane. She's not able to do so. Sasaki has done really well to trap the ball and actually find a teammate. Hodgson forced back to her keeper. Needs to release it. Does find Lee. Gets contact. It works out for Adelaide. Blake. It's the feet of Dorba now. Holmes. Hodgson to Dorba. Still Dorba. Sandwiched the ball in between two Western United players and couldn't get it out. Hodgson, and ball's been called back for a free kick for Western United. Chelsea Dorba just stuck in between Natasha Dakic and the Taranto twins, and it was Adriana Taranto. And that ball has not been trapped. So now Western United making their way forward. Lagazzo, ball got trapped under her feet and given just enough time for young Ella Tonkin to make up for the initial loss in the battle. Savitsky wins it back. Taranto. Now to Mel Taranto making her way forward. That run was quickly stopped. Holmes. Hodgson. Holmes again. Back to Hodgson. Dorba. And that was poor from Alana Cern, so Lee just lofts it forward for Dorba to bring down. And cleared away by Ma, but Mariah Lee's going to continue pressing forward for Adelaide. That ball sent across. And once again, Isabel Hodgson couldn't get the contact to direct that ball onto goal. A good ball across from Chelsea Dorba. And Isabel Hodgson just couldn't get her leg to it. So if you're Adelaide United, a fan of them, or the players on the field, you're feeling very frustrated in this contest, have had chances to get back into this game or have the lead at earlier stages in this contest. But if you're a part of the Western Court, you're feeling pretty happy right now. 1-0 up. Well, Adelaide don't seem to be capitalising on any of the mistakes. So if you're wearing green and black, you're feeling pretty okay. Savitsky. Taranto out wide now for the goal scorer, Hieda. Still Hieda, and good pressure there from Emily Hodgson. And Isabel Hodgson, who is playing up front today, he is typically a defender, so he can understand why some of those chances have been missed, but Adrian Stenter clearly has the confidence in her, putting her forward to get the ball into the back of the net. You feel like only those chances have been coming, that a goal feels like it's coming for them. Keane, it's done well to turn away. Still Hannah Keane with the strike. Safely into the hands of Annalie Grove. She's had a lot of that this afternoon. Grove, particularly in the second half. She did so well, Hannah Keane. Got the angle on Walters. Just couldn't curl it into the top corner. Sasaki, able to turn away from Savitsky. Now Dorba. Just got stuck under the ball there, Blake, and it will be a throw-in for Western United. Cern asking for some movement forward, and Keane does get ahead to it, but there's no one behind, so that's cut out very quickly. Walters, Hodgson sends it into the middle of the park, and Sasaki. I sent a little bit further forward, but straight to Taranto. Cern calmly and comfortably moved off the ball, and Taranto still going, and play continues. Cern. Taranto at it again, making her way forward, not able to be easily bumped off the ball this time. And a free kick awarded, and it will be a yellow card for Mariska Walters. I think Mariska Walters is lost for words, really, and doesn't really matter. Speckmacky has awarded a free kick, and with the way Alana Cern sent the ball in before, you'd be feeling confident if you're a Western United fan. You can get another good opportunity out of it, and here's Chloe Lagazzo on the ground, just taking a moment to breathe and take a look at that challenge once again. Don't know if Walters actually got her boot to the back of Lagazzo's leg. It looked like Lagazzo just kind of fell her on her own a little bit, but contact in the back may have forced her down. So Alana Cern once again to take this free kick. Cern, that delivery not as good as the first one, and Annalie Grove is able to collect. Sasaki just forced back that ball from Grove. Just needed a little bit more on it. Walters. That press wins the ball high up for Western United as Mr. Taranto tried to play it through, and that ball from Lana Cern was easily read by Mariska Walters. Got ahead to it, and luckily for her, it just safely into her keeper's hands. Hannah Keane, so strong, really hard to move off the ball. Vlanic gets ahead to it. Savitsky not able to reach there before Adelaide Grove. Grove straight. It's the path of Mr. Taranto. Seen that a few times, actually. Just a Western United player standing in the middle of the park, but Chloe Lagazzo pushed off the ball by Tonkin, and that's a ambitious strike. Header forward, and there was Adelaide Grove. Read it well. Got to the ground quick. Hieda gets ahead to it, but doesn't work out. Dorba. Back to Hodgson. Sends it forward. Mel Taranto. We've seen a lot of her in the second half. And a free kick for Western United. Once again, what can they deliver this time? Take a look at this free kick. Well, Chloe Lagazzo is going to be taking it. That's all we need to say on that one. So, what can Chloe Lagazzo produce this time? Got Keane right there, just sets it high up, and it's way too close to keeper, and an easy grab in the end for Adelaide Grove. Lee. Tonkin. Grove straight to the feet of Grace Marr. Taranto with the strike, and just over the crossbar. They're having a lot of issues, Adelaide United, getting out of their defence. The press from Western United is working, and they're just not getting any reprieve from this constant barrage of pressure. And it is Dylan Holmes, just returned this week from concussion, so just taking a moment. Don't know if she'll be able to continue in this contest, but she's been influential for Adelaide when they have been going forward. So if you are Adrian Stenter, you'll be hoping she'll be able to continue. See there, Alana Janchevsky could come on, make an impact. I know she likes to score goals. Haven't been so easy for her in the A-League Women's this season. If you remember from last season, she scored a wonderful free kick for Perth Glory, her former side. She's capable of that. But Chelsea Dorba is being replaced by Alana Janchevsky. Just gone a little bit too early. Chelsea Dorba is just taking a... Sorry, Dylan Holmes. Dylan Holmes is taking a casual stroll. And Mariah Lee now off for the new signing, Mallory Mullen. Grove. There is confirmation. Dylan Holmes is going off for Alana Janchevsky. And Lee off for Mullen. And now Savitsky Still Savitsky. And that ball was just too far in front of her. She just stumbled all over it. Lagazzo, it's the feet of Keane. And those players in the green and the back have gone just a little bit too early. Hodgson has done well to move Hieda off the ball. Janchevsky. Hodgson. Looking for options, Hodgson. Can't find anybody. Janchevsky. Not able to reach there before Savitsky. Vlanic. Got to play it down off the ball. Western United. But they're going to continue. Taranto. Keane. Now Hieda. Sends it back across. And Agazo does get ahead to it. But can't get it past the keeper and in the back of the net. And the guys are having a quick chat with Beck Mackey, but quick few chances in quick succession in this game. A good cross into the box from Hieda, and actually came off Tonkin instead of Lagazzo. And it's sixth corner for Western United here. Vlanic, high ball, and that just went straight out of play. So it will be a goal kick for Adelaide. Tonkin. Back to back to Walters. Now Hodgson. Hieda. Janchevsky's done well on that battle. Seen each other a few times in the NPL. And Alana Cert knocks it out of play. Janchevsky. Dorba. Back to Janchevsky. Heavy touch. And look to be found, and free kick is awarded. So instant impact there from Alana Janchevsky. See who takes this set piece. It's a very wide angle. You'd imagine they try to set teammate up for that finish. Janchevsky just was tripped in the end by Melissa Taranto. Got Sasaki and Janchevsky over the ball. Saki sends it across. Can't get teammate to make contact, so we'll go out for a goal kick. And it was Mariska Walters who was the closest and just mistimed the jump. Hieda with a fun little pass there. Sasaki. Haven't seen too much of her in the second half. Blake. One back by Weston. Taranto. Under pressure from Sasaki. Still Taranto. Finds her sister. Got options ahead, but forced to retreat. Adriana. Ma. Makes Mullen miss, and Vlanic has to cut back inside, but doesn't work, so will be another throw in. And chance in the box, and cleared away for Adelaide. Cern. So more alert than Dorber in that moment. So tried to feed it through to Savitsky. Couldn't get it to work that time. Hodgson. Walters. Dorber. Still Dorber. Has done well to work her way through that little bit of chaos. Sends that pass. Just needed to be a little bit better. Finish the move. Toland. Forward for Blake. Looked like she was getting held, but referee disagrees. Making their move forward, Adelaide, but just not on the same page when they get in the final third. One of the few times in the last few minutes that they've actually got forward. A lot of pressure from Western United accumulated in this second half, and they've got to take those chances, Adelaide. Ma. Lagazzo. Still Lagazzo, but ball nudged away, but Western keep possession. Savitsky, still Savitsky. Out wide now to Hieda. Hieda, the goal scorer, wanting to get another one. And it will be a goal kick. Tonkin just going to send it long. And Chesky put pressure on him. It was fouled there by Mel Taranto, and she does get her name in the book for that foul. And Chesky was almost away, and that foul needed to be made. You'd imagine. Blake. Walters. Back to Blake. Sent in, but straight to Alana Cern. Taranto. That pass just behind Hannah Keane, so not able to make it work. They need to keep this intensity and lift it even a little bit more, Adelaide, if they want anything out of the game. Yanchevsky able to spin away from trouble. And there was nobody there to make the run. Been disappointing at times, Adelaide, in the final third particularly. They've got there and then been very wasteful at times. Hodgson. Dorba sending it forward for Hodgson, but Dakic got there first. Taranto. Still Taranto, and has done well. Found her sister, Savitsky. Back to Taranto. Got Lagazzo up ahead, tried to feed it through to her, but they were alert. The Adelaide defence. And we're going to see another substitution here for Western United. Julia Sato is going to make her way on. And Kiwa Hieda, seen the last of her today, but the goal scorer, the difference between these two sides. Kat Smith is very happy with a young player on a scholarship contract, but has certainly exceeded, you'd imagine, what Western United would have thought she could produce for them this season. She's been so good up front. It's going through Adrian Stenter's mind. How can his side get themselves out of this situation? Yanchevsky sends it forward for Dorba, but was off balance. Just couldn't get that pass down. Not able to keep that in play. Julia Sato. Dorba. Sato able to win it back for Western. One back by Hodgson. Sends it wide for Dorba. Tried to feed it through, but couldn't get it over the head of Alana Cern. And Hannah Blake just couldn't get her feet sorted out. So it'll be a throw-in for Western United, and you'd imagine you're going to see a much slower pace from them. Really shutting this game down and making it very, very difficult for Adelaide to make a late comeback. And if you are Adelaide, this could be an important turning point in the season just to boost morale as the season comes to a close. Tonkin. Toland. Here's Toland sending it forward. Driving forward Hodgson, but couldn't get there in time. Beale finds a teammate in Keane, but pinched away by Sasaki. Sends it out wide for Mullen. Wins her side, a throw in. Toland. Keane. Sends it out wide for Lagazzo, but read well by Tonkin. All things considered, the youngsters had a very good game this afternoon. Ella Tonkin. Dakic. Beaten off the ball. So now, what can Adelaide do as that ball goes out wide for Dorba? Hillary Beale's done really well. Adrian Stenser is calling for a penalty, but Beck Mackey disagrees. And she's still on the ground, Chelsea Dorba. Walters has done well. Hodgson gets it straight back. Sasaki to Tonkin. Toland. Grace Maher has done well and thought there was a foul potentially, but referee disagrees. Sasaki. Walters. Cern. And that header from Sato back. And we'll take a look at this chance again. That ball across to Chelsea Dorba. She makes contact with the ball. Maybe Beale gets her in the follow-up, but it was a tight call. I think maybe it might have been the right one in the end. Beale collects. Take a look at that. Gets her in the follow-through. If the penalty had been awarded, don't think there would have been too many arguments, but can understand why it wasn't given. Tonkin. Back to Grove. It just clears it long. Ran straight into Mullen. Ma. Savitsky. Intercepted well by Hodgson. Still Hodgson got Dorba through the middle. She can feed the ball through to her. Does find Dorba. And just got her feet all tangled. And that one chance that Chelsea Dorba needed, just couldn't get it under control. And In discussion there, Chloe Lagazi. See that ball through was really nicely done, and I think it just took a touch off her right foot, then straight to her left, and couldn't get it through. And take a look at that once again, and just an untimely misstep there. And seeing a substitution for Adelaide. See who that was for, who came on and who came off. Jancheski loses possession and immediately fouls Adriana Taranto. So, Western United 1-0 up in this contest. Would like to take their time, and just a little bit lazy there from Alana Jancheski. Just held on and tripped Adriana Taranto. Ball sent in, high delivery. Spills out to Sato, who just sends it back into the box, and that's cleared high, but not dealt with just yet by Adelaide. Savitsky, still Savitsky. Goes to the touchline. Needs to be sent away, and Chloe Lagazo a swing and a miss. And we'll go out for an Adelaide throw-in. Take a look at that. Savitsky did really well to get the ball into the box, and then it came off Keen's feet, and Chloe Lagazo, that ball just hitting the foot that was planted on the ground. Keen. Ball coming off the referee, so will be a drop ball. And it was Hannah Blake had come off for Sarah Morgan. Taranto. Morgan tried to win it back quickly. Couldn't do so. So still at Western United here. Take their time. Not long left in this contest. Toland. And I will go out for a goal kick. And Western United have piled on the shots in the second half and have a comfortable lead in the total shots category, and have got that all-important goal. But if this game ends 1-0, Adelaide will be wondering how they didn't get a point out of this fixture, particularly with that disallowed goal in the first half. Sasaki looked to be fouled, and she is. Dorba nudged off the ball by Sato. Pat Smith asking if it's a free kick or a throw-in, and it is a throw-in. Walters. Nice turn from Mel Taranto. And just cleared long by Alana Cern. So Zoe Toland, if she can just keep it in play. And it's come off the feet of Hannah Keane, who's come up hobbling. Doesn't look too good there, Hannah Keane off the ball. But I'll wait and see if anything major has happened. Indecision between Walters and Holmes. Sorry, Dorba. Sent forward to the path of Hodgson, but Dakic had the right line. Morgan unable to win it off the Tarantos. Had a great game, Taranto twins. Now in the middle of the park, but Adriana did start a little bit higher. Been very impactful in this contest. Lagazzo. Waldis. Safita Sasaki. Yanchevsky. Looks like Hodgson was getting held there. Referee Beck Mackey disagrees. Now feeding it through for Hannah Keane. Keane through on goal. Tonkin pushed off the ball, but did enough to interrupt the strike from Hannah Keane, and Adelaide Grove able to save it. But Hannah Keane still limping from that previous challenge with Zoe Toland out wide. But there's Lagazzo, who can take a strike. Chloe Lagazzo just wide of goal. We take a look at that chance from Hannah Keane. Ella Tonkin just got nudged off the ball in the end, and that strike from Keane was straight at the chest of Adelaide Grove. And it is Jenna Holtz who's come on in replacement of Zoe Toland. Take that strike from Chloe Lagazzo, really nice. Just couldn't curl it enough in the end. Grove sends it long. Brought down by Morgan. Waldis. There's Hodgson. Western United needing and wanting just to slow the pace of this game down, but if you're Adelaide, need to press. Ball just sent long. Ball spills to the back. Five minutes added on in this contest. What can Adelaide do? Can Western United hold on to crucial 3 points? Currently sitting third on the league table, with Newcastle 1-0 up against Sydney FC. Morgan. Western United in third, and Adelaide still at the bottom of the table. These 3 points, as I mentioned at the top of the game, see them off that position, and Canberra United who finished the weekend there. Morgan chasing the ball down, but Keane wins it. Lagazzo taken off her by Tonkins. Morgan, Waldis. Sends it through to Hodgson, but not able to bring it down. Ma now for Western, got Vlanic up ahead. And Vlanic able to keep it in. Ma back to Vlanic. Taranto. Sardo with the ball through, but straight through to the hands of Adelaide Grove. And an untimely slip there from Morgan. Keane, still Hannah Keane, finds Julia Sardo, but not before Adelaide Grove can get there. Sending it down the line. Coming back the other way. This is not what Adelaide need if they want something out of this fixture. Morgan, Sasaki. That's not the pass they needed, but it may work out in the end. Out wide. Yeah, but couldn't make it work, Mullen. Keane has done really well to work her way out of that challenge. He's coming back once again with Adelaide. Sasaki. Waters. Dorba. Really need to push here, Adelaide, if they want a goal in this contest. Mullen out wide. Hodgson looked like a ball came off her hand, and referee Beck Mackey agrees. It's not what they need in that moment. They need to be quick. They need to be decisive, Adelaide. They need to win the ball back very quickly. Hodgson just couldn't get her hand out of the way in time, but there isn't long left in this contest. And Hilary Beale would just send it as far as possible. But it will come back. So, Janczewski, she needs to bring it down. Able to get it under control. Liliana Janczewski. And Hilary Beale, don't know exactly what that is, but couldn't grab it and just sent it over. So now a corner for Adelaide. Just maybe mistimed it slightly. Hilary Beale, Lana Janczewski. What can she do? Played to the near post, and it's not the delivery they needed at all. Sasaki gonna send it straight back into the box. Waters with the header and off target. Dorba was behind, didn't know maybe, or maybe didn't hear the shout. Sasaki sent that ball in, and I don't know if it was going straight to Chelsea Dorba. Maybe Waters could have directed it down, but it was a difficult task either way. But the 5 minutes are up. This is all at the discretion of Beck Mackey now. How long left in this contest? Still going here, Adelaide. Still got time, it looks like. Can't be long left in this contest. Sasaki needs to turn the other way, and Grove just needs to send it forward. Doesn't have time to think about it. This is not... Needs to be quicker from Adelaide. These passes are not going to get you a goal, and it's not going to be enough. So it ends at 1-0 here at City Vista. Kiwa Hieda's goal is what separates the two sides. Adelaide United had a disallowed goal in the first half through a corner from Dylan Holmes. But it is Western United who walk away with the 3 points at half-time. Made a very aggressive substitution, bringing on Hannah Keane. It worked out for the side in the end. Had a lot more control in the second half, Western United. But at the end of it all, Western United walk away with the 3 points. Western United 1, Adelaide United 0. We take a look at his first half chance from Kiwa Hieda. She did really well to get it past Grove, but just hitting the post. She ended up getting her goal later, but this is the disallowed, and this is the moment for Adelaide they'll look back on. Goal was disallowed because Hilary Beale, according to Beck Mackey, was being held. You can make of it what you like. But at the end of it, Adelaide didn't get a goal. And this is a chance from Chloe Lagazzo in the second half. It started a really aggressive bit of play, and they got their goal in the end. Hieda did so well to get it past Hodgson, and a fantastic finish, honestly. She did really well to just know exactly where her defender was and just beat Annalie Grove. Quick, decisive movements for Kiwa Hieda. Such a lively winger and a great addition to this Western United side this season. Western United, less of the possession, but they got the all-important goal. Total shots, they can added a lot in the second half, and the total shots on target about pretty similar in the end. But Western United walking away with the 3 points, sitting third at the moment, and if Newcastle can hold on to the win, Newcastle can hold on, Western United will finish this weekend sitting in third place. But been an exciting weekend of football in the Liberty A-League, and it is Kiwa Hieda's goal that separates the two sides, and Western United walk away with the 3 points. But I've been Pure Frimpong, and thank you for watching the Liberty A-League.
Don't be afraid to shoot. Don't be afraid to shoot.